Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Apologies for not streaming earlier today, but my Saturday just got blown up. But free now, so we can play this. So we got a new patch, we got new stuff. It's Christmas time, as you can see from everybody's outfits. So let's get started. Alright, we are live. And where are we going? You're going to Solution 9. We're heading up to the north part of the city. Alpha Node has something he wishes to tell us.
Unfortunately, it's only worth 2 pieces, I think.
Every day, more and more people regain
the
their
same
memories
scene.
of their lost loved ones. No longer will beings like Calix be able to manipulate their fear and ignorance as he once did. That being the case, Alize and I have come to a decision.
We will depart Taral in the coming days. Other nations must be informed about Alexandria, a necessary step to ensure lasting peace. Then, we shall return to Garlemald. Our experiences here should serve us well in the ongoing restoration efforts.
Wonder how long we've been
However,
gone.
one pressing matter remains. Calix's summoning ritual was tied to a concept of his own creation. Ascian involvement is assured, but we have yet to ascertain the extent of their influence on the Ninth.
I have done what I can to treat the enthralled and those still afflicted with Levin sickness, and may now devote my undivided attention to an investigation.
Then we shall leave this one in your capable hands. Do let us know if you turn anything up.
It's Erenville. My time in Tural is at an end, and so I'm headed to the harbor now. We'll meet again, of that I'm certain. Until then, I wish you safe travels.
Promise you'll look after yourself, buddy.
Words of caution from you, of all people.
Well, you're a normal, Arendelle.
Hey! What do you think you're doing?
Sorry to interrupt, but I thought you'd like to know. I've detained the fugitive. He promises to tell us before he sets sail, only to try and sneak aboard his boat with nary a hug goodbye. Cold bastard. But there's still time before they weigh anchor.
Aaronville trying to sneak out. Okay.
That boy. We should make for the harbour ere he wriggles free of Lamachi's grasp.
If we're heading the same way, we might join him on the ship. Good company is always welcome on a long voyage, is it not?
What? Now? I haven't finished packing.
Knowing you, the essentials are already accounted for.
Oh. Fine, if we must. But you're helping pack the rest. And I hope you've decided on a souvenir for Eunice.
I have several ideas as it happens.
Okay, I like that little effect.
Ever aligned in purpose, if not execution.
Lest you wonder, Kryl and I intend to remain here with Y'shtola.
To continue our study of the key, naturally. By all accounts, Preservation's facility promises to yield some answers.
Shale has been conducting a more thorough examination. She may have insights to share.
Then why not invite her along to see everyone off? Surely she'd want to be there too.
I've been hearing a lot of chatter on Twitter that the voice actors sound wrong, but they sounded right. They sounded all right to me. Specifically, Graha. People have been saying he doesn't sound right, but he sounded fine in that cutscene.
I think it's because The voice actor was in Wicked, and so I think there's speculation about whether they're going to be able to get him anymore because he's going to be too
Yeah.
expensive or something.
Could be. What news? Can't imagine you brought an entourage along to simply say hello. That eager to be on their way, are they? I'll join you. I owe them thanks on behalf of Oblivion, after all. And there I thought you would protest against being parted from your work. While I am curious to see what emerges once every piece of the puzzle is in place, the majority of the files that we've unearthed are encrypted. There's little else I can do until the computer's finished with them. Besides, and unlike our friends, Containment Complex 1029 isn't going anywhere. In other words, you won't be getting any answers tonight. Afraid not. It's going to be a while yet. Then shall we depart for Tuliolal forthwith? Even Lamati's strength has its limits. Without further delay, then. I can't remember. Is Shale a native Alexandrian, or is she one of the people that got caught when the bubble came up?
I don't remember.
I think she's native, but I'm not sure about that. Oh, right. We're teleporting somewhere else. We've got to go save Erenvul from Wuklamat. I don't see an Aether Shard closer, but there are so many quest markers. But I'm just going to run it. And one thought that I did have while in the cutscene is how long have we been in Tural? Because the twins were talking about going back to Garlemald. Like, how long have they been gone, technically?
Yeah.
Because I guess that's a question that MMOs never really tell us. Wish you all would not make such a fuss. I'm not fond of emotional partings. At least Alphino and Alizé were considerate enough to inform me of their plans in advance by Link Pearl. some people we know would have burst out of a crate mid-voyage. In any event, I shall wait here until they finish their preparations. I did appreciate the Alpha Node and Alizé bickering bit.
Yeah, it was good.
There they are.
You look well. No lingering effects, then?
Ah, I'm hale as ever. And busy with work.
I imagine there's no shortage of affairs to put in order. Are Kona and Galulja faring well?
Kona is off to survey our nation and its peoples. He wants to consult with local representatives and hear their thoughts on our policies. And Galulja's really taken to his training. I feel like he's been spending more time with the Landsguard than me lately.
Standing here, I cannot help but remember the day of our arrival in Tuliolol. The rite of succession feels so long ago.
We knew not of what would happen between my father and Zorolja, nor of Alexandria and its queen. It was to aid a naive claimant that you came to Tural. But you've done so much more for me. For the entire nation of Tuliyollal. We owe you a greater debt than we can ever repay. But that doesn't mean we can't try. Whenever you need an ally, we'll stand with you.
Allow me to echo that sentiment. Not only were you kind to me when I awakened a stranger in my own land, you extended your grace to Alexandria again and again. And, on behalf of myself and my people, thank you for curing the ailment that for centuries tormented us.
I'll look forward to our next visit. I'm sure we'll have exciting stories to share with one another.
Ever since I introduced you to Wuklamat, you've faced no end of hardships. Many of them her fault.
I mean, he's not
Yet
wrong.
I feel no remorse, only gratitude. For without your aid, I would not have had the chance to say goodbye. Nor vowed to explore every corner of the world. To see what we haven't seen. Shall we?
Is Estinian gonna show up? Because we haven't seen him in a while. We know he's in Tural somewhere.
Rest assured, upon arriving, we shall make it a priority to visit Tataru and assuage her myriad fears.
I expect the sight of you two will be a balm for her worry-laden heart.
Safe journey, and remember to enjoy it.
Give my regards to Oblivion. And thank you for all you did for my mother.
back soon.
Take care!
That was a proper send-off. Now, time to get back to it.
Duty ever calls for she who loves her realm.
Right. Though, if you need a break, you're always welcome to visit Tulijola. I'll give you the grand tour. I guess they're really over. Your adventures in Tural.
I mean, it's a big continent. I'm sure there's something else for me to see.
Together.
But probably
the
for
rest of
now,
my days.
yeah.
Aha! Power resolve spotted!
The Lance Guard is looking for you. It's sparring time.
Oh, good thing you're here then. Can't miss that.
So let's go already! Everyone's waiting to see the vow resolve in action!
Sorry, I have to go. Till next time.
And thus do they take to the winds.
To follow their own paths and their hearts, as they should.
I was wondering for a minute if when the twins got on the boat, they were going to find Estinian waiting for them. Because we haven't seen him for a while, and we're not entirely sure where he is.
Yeah.
Now it is our turn to take the next step. Question is, in what direction? And that is a matter I should like to discuss with you. If I may, I think it prudent to discuss our future plans elsewhere. We are liable to hinder the dock workers here if we linger. Perhaps the beach would be a more appropriate venue.
Tis truly a beautiful place, Tyrol.
An endless ocean and ever-changing sky. First time I saw them, I couldn't believe my eyes. It was like I was walking among images from our oldest records. And beyond that horizon are more lands and more people. That one I still struggle to imagine.
We ourselves hail from beyond that horizon, in fact. Rather, most of us do. I merely thought I did.
Oh, that's right. I can only imagine how it must have felt to learn you're a native of our world.
The fact that I wasn't born in the land where I've spent most of my life has taken time to sink in. 'Twas not until I met my parents in living memory that the truth of my origin began to feel real.
Your experience is not unlike mine. When first I awoke, the realm everyone spoke of sounded nothing like my own. I had to walk its streets, live and breathe it, before I could accept and embrace my new reality.
And for me to embrace mine, I need to learn more about my people, the Milala. We should come upon more information in the course of studying the key, but as Shale's investigation of the containment complex is still ongoing, would you mind if we sought a different avenue of inquiry into the history of the Ninth?
I have no objection. What we learn will deepen our understanding of the broader picture.
Agreed. My curiosity extends well beyond our duty to assess Ascian influence.
If it is knowledge of the Ninth's past you seek, I have an idea where to begin. Alexandria was originally part of a landmass known as the Mist Continent. This continent had been left in ruins in the wake of the storm surge, with Alexandria the sole nation to survive the devastation.
The calamity of lightning that ravaged the world.
Aye. Per the sources we recovered from the Underkeep, though the conflict between nations was destructive in its own right, 'twas Levin that dealt the final blow.
No place was spared its fury, and all was chaos in the castle town. We tried to evacuate the people in airships, Otis, the knights and I, but we couldn't save everyone. Those who survived gathered within the barrier, and we took in as many foreign refugees as we could. Yet, despite the dangerous environment, our system showed that there were some few souls who ventured outside the barrier, into the lands beyond.
Beyond? But we thought that was impossible. I was under the impression the star was scoured of life, that man could not survive outside the barrier.
Going by the records, the storm surge extended to every corner of the world. Nothing and nowhere was spared. If anyone did survive out there, it would have been an unimaginable trial.
And yet, those people must have been going somewhere. What if there was a refuge? A place that weathered the storm surge and rebuilt over the intervening 4 centuries?
Given Alexandria's displacement to the source, we had neither cause nor opportunity to survey the remainder of the continent.
Living memory remains physically in the 9th. If we seek a means of egress, other than the portal connecting it to Alexandria, perhaps it might lead us to the Mist Continent.
Living memory was not transported here despite being a top Everkeep. In which case, it may have been a physically independent space all along.
Meaning, another point of egress could well exist.
And if it does, someone has to be maintaining it. The mechanical soldiers, for instance.
Shall we have a chat with them and see what they know?
If it please your majesty. Will you accompany us? If we do land upon the Mist Continent, I would feel much more assured with you at our side. I thought as much. Into the great unknown we go, then.
Alright, I will say, Graha definitely sounded differently in that cutscene.
He did, yeah, I agree.
Also, we look very out of place on this beach.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like Ishtola should have commented on the fact that if we have an active portal to another shard, that is a thing that seems like it would be important.
Yeah, it is.
Now that's settled, I'd best be off. I still need to check for decryption errors periodically, so I can only step away for so long. With luck, I'll have plenty to share the next time we meet. Until then, let the rest of us make ready for a potential foray and meet at Laynode Memno. Nemo. Thank you for telling me exactly which teleport to go to, Kryle. Raha says, Sphene has found us a suitable source of information, sparing you that duty for once. This clerk has made itself available to answer our questions. Clerk PX0093. If one wished to descend to the surface from here, how would they typically do so? Living Memory is currently detached from Everkeep and is operating independently while supported by its aerial suspension systems. Thus, both lift and Laynode-based transit is currently unavailable. I apologize for the inconvenience. Despite its ability to remain aloft, perhaps Living Memory was never intended to function in this state indefinitely? If so, we're out of luck. Not necessarily. Lifts and Laynodes were likely the preferred modes of transportation, but that does not preclude the existence of others. In the event of an emergency, how would you evacuate the facility? Consulting emergency systems. Living Memory's airship remains prepared to deploy should evacuation be necessary. Would Her Majesty like to appropriate it? An airship? Yes, please. As soon as is possible. Your Majesty's authorization. With Your Majesty's authorization, the vessel can be readied for launch without delay. Allow me a moment to execute the bypass protocols. Safety tests have been successfully completed. Setting the Gate of Remembrance as initial destination. Vessel is en route. That my ship? It was purpose-built for living memory. However, it was modeled after the vessel Your Majesty used during the Storm Surge era. A replica. Still, does me good to see it.
Does this mean new pets?
Maybe.
Or mount even?
I will deploy the gangway for boarding. This way, please. I was mostly thinking how we need to make sure we don't break it, because Sid would love to see it.
Oh, yeah.
In order to reach the surface, we must pass through storm clouds. I advise you to brace for turbulence. The ward Alizé gave me is reacting. Though not to the extent of the 13th, the etheric imbalance here is severe indeed. It does serve to impress upon one the marvel of the barrier. The lightning in Heritage found is tame by comparison. A land where Levin reigns. I think we're instanced.
It told me I was in 2.
I'm in 2 too.
So then we are specifically, like, not just in the wrong instance. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also in 2.
I apologize. I just need one moment.
No problem.
I'm back.
Welcome back. I will be speaking to Kryl now. Sobering sight, to say the least. But I shan't turn back now that we've come this far. There are no structures, nor any other sign of survivors that I can see. I suspect the crater made this area unsuitable for habitation due to increased risk of flooding. Then we should look further afield. Which direction do you think we might find a settlement? If we're at the edge of Alexandrian territory now, the closest city would have been Trino, should it survive. As a city-state built on a harbor, it was a nexus of trade, and it remained neutral throughout the war. We Alexandrians always felt fortunate to have it in our neighborhood, so to speak. Not unlike our Razatan. Ah yes, Alpha Note has spoken of Razatan before. It's near the South Sea Isles, the Malaleal homeland, correct? Funnily enough, it was also Trino where the Malaleal first found a home in our world. Truly. Yes, and though the Malaleal population elsewhere grew, most continued to feel a strong connection to the city. I'd like to think that some remain there to this day. Clerk PX0093. Is this ship capable of taking us to Trino? I shall run a flight simulation on a route to Trino. One moment. Simulation complete. There is a near 100% probability that the ship would suffer catastrophic mechanical failure prior to the arrival due to ambient lightning. My apologies. Oh, well, thank you for checking. If we cannot fly, then we shall have to walk. Trino lies beyond the mountains, but there should be routes that spare us having to climb. That cave system, for instance, assuming it hasn't collapsed. Let's try there first. Ah yes, fantasy world logic. There's a cave opening. It must lead somewhere. Graha says, of late, I've spent much of my time hunched over reports. A brisk trek across a wasteland shall make for a refreshing change of pace. This tunnel appears intact. Though we have no way of knowing what it's like further in. Mind you stay alert for beasts as well. Given the barren surrounds, they're surely ravenous. And we have unlocked dungeon. Now the question, do we risk spending an hour and a half in a dungeon?
I don't know.
I'm good, but if that's too much for y'all for tonight, we can save it for next weekend.
I don't care.
What's your position, Zora?
I'm tired, but yeah, let's it's fine.
All right.
That's how tired she is.
I don't know how well I'll do, but
Oh, that reminds me. Another meme popped up in Stream Team Discord earlier in the week. It was just a post from Twitter. It said, "A friend and I queued up for the expert roulette today. We got the new 7.4 dungeon. Yay. We seem to be struggling a little bit. The healer seems to be having troubles. I noticed the healer has a sprout marker." And then it's just the picture of Ben Affleck looking like he needs a smoke really bad. Yes, there's only one way for a person to have a sprout marker in the 7.4 dungeon. And that is, they created this character brand new and bought a story skip straight to current content. Because if you play through the game, you lose your sprout marker after 100 hours of gameplay and completion of Endwalker. So, buying a story skip completes Endwalker, but that means they have less than 100 hours playtime. The poor, poor fool.
Indeed.
alright, I need a moment, hold on.
Okay. Oh, that is also something important. Tomestones. Tomestones of heliometry are now useless. So, be sure to go to, the city whose name I'm currently forgetting and convert them into something else. Revenant Toll.
Okay.
Now we have Tomestones of Mnemonics to go with our Tomestones of Mathematics.
Where do we gotta go?
Revenant's Toll. There's a vendor there that will convert the old tomestones, I think, into poetics, but it might be into mathematics. And yes, if any of us were to try and queue for this dungeon by ourselves, we would get told no. Item level requirement of 735 for this dungeon.
I'm 735. I could go in.
You must have gotten luckier with item drops than I did the last dungeon.
735?
Yes.
I got 740.
Well, I mean, I know you, KJ. You went and just bought an entire set of gear on the market board. So.
Yeah. Mm.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. And I was just reminding them that tomestones of heliometry are now useless. So we will need to remember at some point to go back to Revenant's Toll and convert them into something else.
Okay.
Well, that's one way to trigger me, FF14. That little bitty musical flourish right at the beginning of this cutscene is the classic Final Fantasy combat encounter starting music. Also, just since I do it every time this comes up, Trino is a city in Final Fantasy IX. And it would be fitting in this version of the 9th, because Trino is always nighttime. Why was it always nighttime? No idea, but it always was.
Interesting.
Well, those are really, really ugly.
They make me think of Tremors.
Oh, yeah.
Valid. Valid. Yes. I see pillars already existing in this boss room. Something tells me pillars are going to be important.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we probably want to make sure that when we get the purple circles, we do not stand near rocks, but now we probably need to be behind them. Back. Hey, that also broke rocks. That did not, though. We only have one rock left.
Oh no. Oh good.
And it looks like if you are petrified, you instantly die from earthquake. Get behind him. Whoa.
Holy Hannah.
Oh.
I popped 2 defensives on that, but it still killed me.
And I put a shield on you. What? Holy cow.
Of course, I don't know how low on health I was, so... Well, it gave me a new chest plate, so...
Congrats. That was rough, but we didn't wipe.
True. That is a 65 item level upgrade. I will take that.
Holy cow, wow.
I will say it doesn't look very much like tank gear, but I will accept it. We are not in a cave anymore.
Oh, and there's a bubble. A dome.
Oh, indeed. I imagine that's important. But yeah, the next time we face that last boss, we probably need to keep an eye out for what he's casting, because he says he's casting the petrification forward cone long before the actual effect appears.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those, they expect you to be looking for what he's casting, because they're not going to put the orange cone up there for long enough for you to dodge it unless you're at the edge. Something for KJ and Zora to fight over. Well, that's ominous looking. Whatever it is supposed to be.
Yeah.
One thing I do remember about Treno in FF9 is it had a coliseum in it of monsters that didn't appear anywhere else in the game. This might have actually been one of them, but I can't remember. I also don't remember if I killed everything in there or not when I played it.
Oh, it looks like a horse from the front. Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird Pegasus creature. I think we want to stand behind it, yeah. In front of it. Those are probably going to explode. Based on whether or not he hits them. I see.
Oh, rats.
Behind. Back. Sorry, it was a multi-hit. I didn't realize that. Although I don't think I managed to get out of its hitbox anyway, but still. Okay, here come the green balls again.
Oh my gosh, dang it, sorry.
I'm down. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we need to pay attention to where he starts his dash, because those are the ones that are going to explode first. And then that area will be safe. That's alright. That one doesn't seem like it's too bad to dodge. I also find it interesting that he's moving around. Most bosses don't do that. Behind. In front. Alright, now watch and see where he dashes first. That way and to the right, so we want to come over here. Back up. Now we come over here into the now safe space. Behind. Or actually, this is in front of. A stack marker will be coming up soon. Alright, here he goes again. Watch and see where he dashes first. Alright, over here. Yeah, with 2 defensives, that tank buster hit me for half my health. Behind him, over here. Wow.
I'm surprised I didn't go down.
I know.
Alright, here comes the dash again. Alright, we're already almost in the safe spot. Back away a little more. Over here. And here we go again. And over here. That was my fault. This is the safe spot. Victory. That one wasn't too bad.
No, not too bad.
At least until we do him again and find out that his dash pattern isn't the same every single time, like it was this time. We have living people.
like trying to figure out what that noise is. I think it's their spell casting.
Yeah, they're casting something or shooting something. And they run ahead and pull the next pack.
Rude.
I also will know that they are Lalas. Everybody's gotten something from this dungeon.
Yay!
Also a healthy number of coffers in this place. Griffins are supposed to have the heads of eagles, not the heads of vultures. Alright, let's see what we got.
Once it gets zapped in the head a couple times with lightning bolts.
Fair. Fair. I also note this arena seems large. So it's either about to shrink on us, or they're expecting us to have to do a lot of dodging. Casting Thunder Spark, probably room-wide. It is. And the arena just shrank. Okay. That left balls behind. Okay.
We happen to be in the right spot.
Well, compared to all the other tank busters I've been hitting here, that one was not very impressive looking. Alright, this is going to be a rolling wave. Once the first hit goes... Oh, it knocks us back. Never mind, that's not what I expected it to do. Over here.
Oh, wow.
That was a dot or something, I guess? Oh, probably from the exterior.
Yeah. I was not expecting that thing to knock back. I was expecting it to be a rolling line AoE.
Yeah.
Everybody remember where their I don't get knocked back button is? For KJ and Zora, it is Surecast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Remember how I said everybody needs to remember where their I don't get knocked back button is? Yeah, I pushed the wrong button.
there's a tornado thing.
Oh, that's nice.
Damn it.
And apparently standing directly in the middle, you get knocked back not far enough to get to the circle, so...
Yeah.
Not often that I say this, but I think the final boss might have been the easiest boss in the dungeon.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And as punishment for saying that, the final loot is useless. I guess it's not actually useless since we can all wear it as a transmog now if we wanted to.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
I'm not sure I would wear those pants.
And the perimeter is clear. Good work, everyone. And a big thank you to our helpers, whoever you are. Now, we have a tiny bit of clearing up ahead of us. You know what to do.
Our helpers, were we being watched?
They almost look like
So the
mariachi.
city endures, and it is in much better shape than
Whatever.
expected.
Pants.
Impressive, considering the destruction
With all the
without.
bells and whistles. Damn it.
The people here must have gone to great lengths to maintain all of this.
Their barrier resembles that of Alexandria, though it is smaller in scale. And not quite as effective, if the breach we witnessed is any indication. I fear such incidents may be common here.
Thunderous heavens! It's been years since we've had visitors. I am Miaili, the mayor of Treno. Allow me to welcome you to our city. And thank you for the assistance with our little monster problem just now. Might I ask your name, miss? Though I have an inkling I know it already.
But of course, I am Sphene of Alexandria.
As I thought. It truly beggars belief. I once heard the strangest of reports from one of ours who went to Alexandria, you see. That despite the intervening years, the Queen had not aged a day. And sure enough, I'd swear, you'd stepped out of an old oil portrait mere moments ago. Though you must forgive me if this takes some getting used to. It is an honor to meet you, Your Majesty. I look forward to hearing the tale from your own lips. I imagine it won't be an easy one to tell. But please. What happened to Alexandria?
I see. From your perspective, it must have looked as though we were wiped from the face of the star.
One day, we lost all contact with our people in Alexandria. Scouting parties sent to investigate reported that not only the barrier, but Alexandria itself was gone. Nary a stone to mark where it had stood.
What you must have gone through, not knowing what became of us. But know that Alexandria yet survives, albeit in a distant land. Her and her people. I can tell you the whole tale from beginning to end, but first, might I ask your permission to remain in Treno for a time?
Of course you can. You and your companions have already done us a great service, and are more than welcome to enjoy our hospitality. Now, how about we continue this at Town Hall? We needn't keep standing in the middle of the street.
I shall join them. Even with the precautions we've taken, it remains to be seen if Sven's condition will remain stable. I suspect, however, that the rest of you would rather be out and about. Consider this my blessing.
In light of our purpose here, the tour of the city is indeed in order.
I presume you have no objection? With your permission, then. But before we go, allow me to introduce myself as well. I am Kryl, and I hope to learn more of this city and its people. Would it offend if we were to ask a few questions? Perhaps as we work alongside you, aiding you in whatever ways you may require.
You needn't fret. Treno folk are as friendly as they come. As for aid, if you're willing, you might speak with my grandson Lummel. That was his voice you heard earlier. You'll find him serving herbal remedies to the others.
Thank you for your guidance. We shall seek him out first.
We appear to still be instanced.
Yeah.
And I'm going to run back to the entrance area to see if this is actually a place that we could leave and come back to. I'm going to not click the quest giver yet. Unless, of course, it forces me when I get close to it. But no, it did not. Yeah, it looks like this is a place that we can leave and come back to. So do we want to call it here, or do we want to continue?
Probably should call it here.
Alright. In just a moment, I will wind down the stream. Alright guys, we are going to call it here for the night. And I will be back. Well, I'll be back on Christmas, guys. I'll probably also be here some on Wednesday, and basically I'm going to be off work for a little while, so I'll probably be here a little more often than normal. But we shall see. But until next time, guys, I want to thank y'all for joining me. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll see y'all next time, and have a good night.